if life is driving you to drink, you sit around wondering just what you think. I got some consolation, and I'll give it to you if I might. I don't worry about a thing, 'cause I know nothing's gonna be alright. Well, this world is one big trouble spot, 'cause some have plenty, 99 have not. I used to be troubled, now I finally see the light. I don't worry about a thing, 'cause I know nothing's gonna be alright. Don't waste your time trying to be a go-getter, 'cause things will get worse before they get any better. There's always someone playing with dynamite, but I don't worry about a thing, 'cause I know nothing's going to be alright. I don't worry about a thing, 'cause I know nothing's going to be alright. Thank you, Mose. Mose Allison. Hi, folks. I'm back. Yep, show 124 of Messing Around with Charlie Messing. My show. People ask me, what is it? I say it's me talking and singing. That's about it. Welcome. Glad to be seen again. It's a high point of my week when I can imagine that people are actually listening to what I have to say. It's a wonderful illusion, and I hope to sustain it as long as possible. And then in the end, I'll be under the ground and somebody else will have to take over. But we're far from that. Probably. I just got a message from my hearing aid saying that the battery is ready to die. Very interesting. Annoying, but interesting. Like the rest of the things I do. I hope you are doing well. Perhaps it is finally summer when you are seeing this show. We do a show and about a month later you get to see it. That's an average. So, pretty hot out there, eh? But, well, I've had a sprained ankle. Can you see that apparently one of my socks is white and one of my socks is black? Well, that's not what it is. Yep, they can see that. Monitor. It's an ace bandage. I'm still getting over that sprained ankle. It's much better, though it is odd because I used to just say I couldn't put any weight on it, and now that I'm starting to put weight on it, it's tricky because you don't know if you've overdone it until you overdo it. Well, I done got over it. I done got over it. I really done got over it. I really done got over it. I will, I done got over it. I done got over it at last. Well, I done, when I first met you, baby, I knew you was a pretty little thing. But after a while, it got so bad, you knew it was a crying shame. But I done got over it. I will have done got over it. Well, I done got over it. I done got over it at last. I was so in love, I was miserable. I knew my love was in vain. 'Cause every time I turned my back, you was out with your other man. But I done got over it. Well, I done got over it. Well, I done got over it. I done got over it at last. I didn't expect no angel. I didn't expect his jive. All I wanted was for some good woman just to keep me satisfied. But I done got over it. Well, I done got over. I done got over it. I done got over it at last. Oh, well, I done got over it. I done got over it at last. Eddie Jones, Guitar Slim. Another song is Eddie Guitar Slim Jones. Yes, it's the B-side of his first and biggest hit, The Things I Used to Do. Both of the songs were arranged and produced by Ray Charles in the early days, before he got his own contract to do his own work and on Atlantic Records and do some singing, and this was just a job. Guitar Slim gave him a lot of trouble. Every time he did a solo in The Things I Used to Do, he would stop playing and turn around and ask the band, "Did you hear that? Did you hear that?" He was very impressed with himself. And Ray Charles finally had his head in his hands. And near the end of the record, the 12th take when Eddie finally gets through the entire song without screwing up, it's the voice of Ray Charles that you hear yelling, "Yeah!" in the background. You can look it up. The Things I Used to Do by Guitar Slim, who only lived to the age of 32. Poor guy. Good guitar player. Not so charming to some people, and drank too much, and it's too bad. This song is from New Orleans, produced and arranged by the great Dave Bartholomew, recorded in Cosima Matassa's studio. And gosh, Jimmy Beasley isn't even in Wikipedia. His album has been reprinted, though. It's on CD with extra tracks, and I'm very glad about that. I'm very happy about that, because I was never going to sell my LP, and I did want a lot of people to hear it. And it was worth a lot of money before they put it out on CD, but I'm glad I didn't sell it. It's a wonderful souvenir of my teenage years, discovering music. So, Don't Feel Sorry for Me, which was a hit. I stayed out every night, I hardly ever came home. Deceived my baby and now she's gone, but don't feel sorry for me. Don't feel sorry for me. You know it hurts me very bad, but don't feel sorry for me. Don't blame her 'cause she left. I was nothing but a hound. Had another woman on the other side of town, so don't feel sorry for me. Don't feel sorry for me. You know it hurts me very bad, but don't feel sorry for me. I asked for one more chance, got down on bended knee. My baby says she's through, she says she's through with me, but don't feel sorry for me. Don't feel sorry for me. You know it hurts me very bad, but don't feel sorry for me. Well, I guess I'll pack my bags and go off down the road. I don't know where I'm going, only the good Lord knows, but don't feel sorry for me. Don't feel sorry for me. You know it hurts me very bad, but don't feel sorry for me. You know it hurts me very bad, but don't feel sorry for me. New Orleans. I'm a Taoist. T-A-O. Tao. Not Dow Chemical. I'm a Taoist. I have a biography of Herbert Dow, who founded Dow Chemicals. Very interesting biography. Yep, Just this guy. Very interesting, very interesting. I won't get into it now, though, because I only have so much time. And you're probably only so interested and not any more interested than that. But the Taoist philosophy, my favorite translation is by Archie Bahm, B-A-H-M, who taught out in Arizona when he did the translation. Anyway, the Tao says that people are admired for their humility and despised for their pride. Yep. And it also says that if you try to get more credit than you deserve, no one will even give you the credit you do deserve. The best way to teach is by example. The worst way to teach is by threat. I would like everyone to stop using the expression going forward. And we're going to see what happens going forward. What they mean is in the future, or just we'll see what's going to happen. Instead, people who are trying to sound official say, and we'll see what it is going forward. We have to make sure and find out what's going to happen going forward. Or we'll see how this works out going forward. I hate it. I also hate this other one. Going forward. What was it? This is something that will come to me immediately as soon as we're off the air. But little things like that, obfuscation, they just obscure the normal sense of what you're saying. And you will find this to be true going forward. At this point in time, it's going forward. But there's another expression that I can't stand. I just can't stand it. LOL. Laugh out loud. People use it a lot. Also rolling on the floor laughing. They like that. And little emoticons and faces made out of colons and parentheses and quote marks, and I just am not into it. I'm not into it, dude. One of the oldest women in the world was 110 when she died, and she lived in Arles, it's pronounced differently probably, where Van Gogh spent his last years. It was kind of a sanitarium situation. He had to get out of Paris. He had problems, Vincent van Gogh. His art is transcendently beautiful, and no one thought so at the time. He was ahead of his time. Am I ahead of my time? Only time will tell, and it won't tell me. Maybe it'll tell you. Now, the woman who lived to be 110, when she was a kid, she worked in her parents' grocery store, and Van Gogh was one of their customers. She said, what a bastard he was. What an SOB he was. She didn't like him much. Anyway, she never even saw a doctor until she was 100, when she fell off her bicycle and broke her arm. And she smoked her whole life until the last couple of years. They told her it was bad for her, so I think they finally made her stop. Or she finally decided to stop. I don't know. But yeah, she lived to be 110. I wish I could say it's possible I'll live till 110. But I think it's hardly possible. If anyone ever watches this show who's 110, I take my hat off to you. I've already taken off my hat, though. I would do anything. We'll leave it at that. Either the mastering organization or the engineers organization or one of those magazines for trade people, they had a great online series of what it was like being the producer and engineer on a hit. And they went all the way from What a Fool Believes by the Doobie Brothers to what's a far-flung example? Ah, gosh, Ziggy Stardust. That had some funny things in it. Ziggy Stardust, the drummer was complaining. I'll remember his name in a second. Somethingson. The drummer was complaining that on the previous album, they made his drums sound like cereal boxes. Woodsmansey, I think that was his name. And so they were getting ready to set up for the next album, and the producer went to his gopher, his assistant, and he said, "Go to the store and buy every size of cornflakes that you can find." And the guy came back with, 10, 15 different sizes of cornflakes. And they rigged up a drum kit made out of empty cereal boxes. And when the drummer arrived for the sessions for that album, they said, "Here you go." And they showed him the drum set, and he fell on the floor laughing. And they all had a great time. And as the producer said, I should have saved it. Your hindsight is so clear. I didn't know, but I should have saved the whole thing. You really should have. That would have been great. I'm going to do a Bo Diddley song. An early Bo Diddley song. May have been from 1955, 56. The backup group was the Moonglows. I wish I had them to back me up. Instead of them, I have my own voice going, "Diddy walk." What can you do? Diddy walk, diddy walk, diddy, diddy walk, diddy walk, diddy, diddy walk, diddy walk, diddy, diddy walk. I got a girl in Diddy, want Diddy. It ain't no town and it ain't no city. She love a man till it's a pity. Well, I'm crazy about my girl in Diddy, want Diddy. Diddy, want Diddy. Diddy, want Diddy, want Diddy. Diddy, want Diddy walk. This little girl kissed me all the time. She going to drive me out of my mind. oh, all I love you, Diddy, oh, Diddy. Little girl, sweet as she can be, and I know that she loves me. Such a lovely face, she's so pretty, but she lives way down in Diddy, oh, Diddy. Diddy, oh, Diddy. Diddy, oh, Diddy. Well, it ain't no town, it ain't no city, but oh, how they love in Diddy, oh, Diddy. All right. Bo Diddley. Thank you so much for blundering upon or carefully selecting my show. Show 124. Yes, 124 shows. That's a lot, really. I've said it before on many other shows, and as they continue to accumulate, they continue to be a lot. I don't think they graduate to another distinction. They'll always just be a lot, and then there'll be some more, and it'll still be a lot. I leave and I return. I come forward and I go back. Now, keeping this light on, keeping this camera on, I'll just putz around and see how much time we have left. Ah, that's great. We have 2 minutes. We have 2 minutes left. 2 minutes until the end. Now, of course, I could put this at the beginning. And you'd say, what the heck is this? 2 minutes to the end. He's really going forward with that. Well, that's useless because there's no microphone over there. Going forward from this, I'll have to remember to always speak into the microphone. There are lapel mics, and I could have a lapel mic, but I find them muffly. I don't know. Maybe I'm just used to the specificity of the good old SM58. This is the most common mic, by the way. You find this on every stage, every place. It's good for falling on the floor and not getting broken. That's why everybody has one. There are other mics that are better, but if they fall on the floor, they're broken. You know what rock and roll bands are like. The lead singer is trying to impress you with how loose and wild he is. So he drops the microphone or throws it on the floor, or throws it around, or smashes the cymbal with it. Have you ever seen this?